Hello, everyone. It's Danielle Willis from BNN Now with another episode, the Rising Phoenix edition. I have a special guest back with me today, wrapping up the show and giving the final thoughts. Rising Phoenix champion and Olympian, Helle Trevino. Welcome to
Hey,
the
what's
show
up?
again.
How
Nice.
are you, Danielle?
Good. It's nice to have you back and hear your thoughts on the Rising Phoenix show last night. It's quite the show, wasn't it?
Whoa, yeah, it was quite the show. I mean, the quality was really like top notch. There was a lot of great competitors and a lot of also improved competitors. I was just in Alicante a couple of weeks ago myself to watch the European Pro, and Chelsea Dion won that show. And what I saw, she brought in Alicante to now, she was definitely much improved. I'll say, she has a really great structure. She has a really great aesthetic flow to her physique, but she can still come up higher if she just nails it like 100% with her carb up. I felt like she was still little too flat, which is, I've seen her in some shows now where I feel like her muscles could have more pop. It's a little bit more fullness and a little bit more hardness for her to come in 100%. And when she does, she has a great future ahead of her. Fourth place, Mela has always been a favorite of mine. She has a really beautiful structure. She also came in much improved. I know she switched to Shelby this year, and she really came in shredded. I would have liked to see her glutes a little bit more tighter. I would work for the future more on her legs. A little bit more size on the legs. Her upper body is like phenomenal. Like, love her back. She was maybe one of those that had the most back details. Just you just saw bump, 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 lots of bumps. She looked really great. Third place was Michaela, and she keeps just astounding me. Like, I don't know how she can keep putting on size. Like, she was even bigger again than her previous shows. Like, her back, visually her back looked to be the biggest on stage. And I think she's like 4'11 or something. And she's a powerhouse.
Little power.
Um, Also, her conditioning is off the hook. Impressive conditioning, Michaela. I'm really like, that's a lot of hard work. Second place, you, I'll say also a lot of improvements. Looked like she put on size everywhere since the Olympia, especially her legs. I noticed like her legs looked much fuller, much thicker, conditioning on point, hard, dry, full, beautiful symmetry. Honestly, I was kind of like, if she would have won, I wouldn't have been mad. I bet it had been close, probably, because she really nailed it. I mean, I don't know how she can look better. Like, I thought this was quite the package. Andrea, I mean, beautiful lines. She looked like herself, just full round. She's has this small waist. My favorite pose on her would probably be her ab pose. Crazy how small her waist is compared to her whole thigh.
Yes, how she hits that
um,
shot with her abs. Yeah.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. When Andrea and Angela was going like head to head and they were comparing the poses, I felt like Andrea won some and Angela won some. So, you know, I feel like it could have gone either way. I'd say they all really brought a phenomenal physique, all of
Yes,
them. I mean,
yes.
even out of top five, there was athletes that I was really impressed with. I mean, I called it in the preview. I said someone that could be a wild card
You
would
did,
be Melissa
Melissa.
Teach.
You did.
And she was six. She's
Hmm.
been physique before,
Yes.
and even from Chicago Pro to now, she improved.
Hmm.
I would say there's some of her posing that I would like she worked a little bit more on. She looked great, good muscularity, nice round quads. Like, she's got a nice package. So I was happy to see her get sixth for sure. But the quality overall in this Rising Phoenix, it was impressive. Um, Great routines also. I there was many. I mean, I can't argue Rena Marvin's routine. Kind of gymnastic energy routine. That she got it.
That was my pick. I already knew she was going to win. I'm going to have to go on record as saying it. I already told her. I knew she was going to win Best Poser, and I would have been upset if she didn't.
Yeah,
She came out with the energy that you haven't seen. That's the old school. You know it, right? Getting the crowd
yeah,
going. Everyone had a
yeah,
nice routine, but hers stood out because she was engaged. She had the facials, the energy, the tricks,
yeah.
all that from the splits to the Russian.
I
So
mean, making a great posing routine is not easy. Like
I
it's
know.
especially, while you're dieting and you're depleted and you're tired. I mean, my hat off for her. Great routine. I thought Nikki really had a great, fun, entertaining routine. And it's also about, people buy tickets to get entertained, by great physiques and
We have
also
to
great
add,
posing.
yeah, but I want to add though, you bringing up Nikki, Renee actually changed her routine to fit this. So again, Nikki did a great routine, but you got to give it off to somebody who came ready to wow the crowd specifically for that show.
I think definitely it was very deserved. Um, but mentioning a couple that were good, I like Nikki's. I like Yeo's also.
Who were you the most surprised by? Who wowed you the most last night?
Melissa,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's her first Rising Phoenix. I think it's her second pro show as a bodybuilder. Michaela also impressed me because I'm like, damn, how can that girl keep putting on size, man? Talking about most muscular,
Yes.
I thought for a moment like Michaela was gonna get it. What she packs on the package is like, damn, that's a lot of muscle. She works hard. Definitely props for that. I was really entertained. I thought there was a lot of great physiques.
Now, do you see the final five staying that way for the Olympia? What are your thoughts? Kind of a little playing a little, prediction game, kind of, if you will.
I think not much gonna change. It's not that far to the Olympia. Given they're bringing the same, I mean, it's gonna be again Andrea first, Angela
Yep.
second.
Yep.
Um, Unless it was this close and there's some other judges, anything can happen, right? I mean, it's a matter of like how little is the gap, who improves. Like, when the judges judge, I mean, I've seen sometimes an athlete could place like almost dead last at one show, and then 1 month later they would be at the top. That would have something to do with conditioning, because you don't all of a sudden put a lot of muscle on in a month or whatever, or change your whole physique. I see some athlete could come in, like they could get leaner and place up. Angela and Andrea, I think they're going to come in the same, and it's going to be the same placing. For the other ones, it's going to be interesting because, Chelsea could come in fuller and harder, and I think that would improve her whole shape. I was betting my money on a bit was Christina Mendoza. I think she has a beautiful physique,
Mm-hmm.
but she didn't quite bring it. She was a bit soft on the glutes. If she really gets it together and she diets super hard now until the Olympia and she brings it, she could move up.
Have a couple that didn't do it last night. Julia hasn't done it.
Natalia's going to be in.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I mean, Natalia, she won the New York Pro. She carries a ton of muscle. She could get in the mix.
Saw Julia's update. She's looking pretty conditioned, pretty good, which she brings conditioning, but she looks like she's made some improvements.
Yeah, I mentioned that in our predictions where I
Yeah,
was like, where's she at? Why didn't she do the
she
rising?
chose to not do it to
You know,
focus on Olympia,
to
and she's
focus on the
working very
Olympia.
hard.
I mean, we all know she comes in shredded. Definitely. I mean, some of the other girls are super young too. Michaela is 27, and I think Chelsea's around 30, and so we got some young girls competing against each other, and
And
she can
Christina's
definitely
a
be in
younger
the mix.
girl too. Yeah, we got
Yeah, Christina too. So yeah, she can definitely get in the mix there.
yeah. Well, it sounds like it could be, as far as under the two, it could be anybody's game almost. So we'll have to stay
Yeah.
close and keep watching. And you guys will have to stay close and keep watching because we're going to be bringing more updates. I'm definitely going to have Helle come back on because this has been fun. Before we get to the big O, which is literally a month away. Okay, this is October, so we are a month away from the Olympia. Big thank you to Helle Trevino for her contribution during the Rising Phoenix. Please stay tuned. This is just getting started right now. I mean, this to me, like getting ready for the Olympia, it's like
It's
this is
exciting.
this is exciting, and
Yeah,
we're
it's
not
exciting.
competing. So it's now I get to really focus and enjoy and see what everyone's doing. I'm gonna be there and we're gonna be
I
covering.
mean, we are both gonna be like on the other side now, right? Like last
Yeah.
year we were competing at the O, and this year we're gonna
Yeah.
experience it from the other side, and we can enjoy the other athletes and cheer them
Yes,
on, and
enjoy.
make our predictions and have fun with that.
That's it for this time here at BNN Now. I'm your host, IFBB Pro Danielle Willis, again with special guest, Rising Phoenix champion Olympian Helle Trevino. Until next
Thank you.
time, you guys, please click and subscribe and stay tuned.